Okay, this video is going to be showing you why the PS3 is better than the 360 without ranting on it. I'm kind of chatting with someone on Facebook, so it's going to be kind of difficult to make sure that I have everything kind of lined up. But I made some notes on my Facebook profile that I'm going to be going over, and it explains why the PS3 is better. Okay, first, I hear a lot of 360 Weeble fanboys saying, "Oh, the PS3, the Blu-ray is worth nothing." Well, you know what? Blu-ray is the best video format currently out there and plays in 1080p on an HDTV, fully supported. The Blu-ray discs, even if you don't use an HDTV, the Blu-ray discs use 25 gigabytes of memory and 50 if it's dual layered. So you have tons of memory, so the developers can do a lot with. Some games like Metal Gear Solid 4, game as long as that one is impossible to put on a 360 because the 360 only has 8 gigabytes of memory on the discs. Okay, so that's a little bit of the Blu-ray stuff. Blu-ray also has better audio, sound quality, visual effects can be enhanced because of the Blu-ray. It has better quality. Second, the online experience. There is really no difference in the online experience except you pay for the live. The only thing that Xbox Live has that we don't on PlayStation Network, I say we because I like the PS3 better. I have both, but it's is the cross game chat, and I don't really think that's worth $50 a year. To me, no. It may not be much, yeah, but no. I mean, Skype is cheaper than that. The downloadable content on it is not cheaper on 360. It's virtually the same price. I think like map packs run at like 800 or 900 Microsoft points, which is like $8 or $9, and the PlayStation is just $10. So yeah, a little cheaper, but only like by a buck when you're paying $50 a year. So that's a little bit of a ripoff still. The PS3 does have better graphics. Now, the 360 may have a stronger GPU, but that's mainly for playing on multi-platform games. Of course, multi-platform games will have better graphics, but not games that are specifically designed for the consoles. Gears of War 2 hits the limits when it comes to the graphics. Microsoft already said so. And Uncharted 2 only uses like 80% of the PS3's core, which is a lot stronger than in the GPU. But they're really different, so it's kind of hard to touch on that for too long. But Uncharted 2 has the best graphics up to date and only uses 80%, I think, of the PS3's power. Whereas Gears of War 2 is the best and on the 360, and it's as high as it can go. There's nothing that can get better than that. So Uncharted 2 has way better graphics than Gears of War 2. The PS3, it has an HDMI output of 2.0, whereas HDMI for 360 has 1.2. So a little bit of a difference there. There is no more saying, "Oh well, PS3 doesn't have very many games." We got tons of games. We got a lot of good exclusives, and that's just the way it is. You can't hide behind that excuse anymore. It's gone, annihilated. But yes. So the PS3 is also stronger than a lot of supercomputers today, which is really good. Um, it's more dependable because gaming magazines did stuff and has way lower failure rate percentage. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, PS3 has yellow light of death," which isn't really that big of a deal because it normally doesn't happen. So PS3's failure rate is like 3, 4, 5%, somewhere around there, whereas 360 is 54%. PS3 also has built-in Wi-Fi, so it is cheaper because if you want to go out and get that wireless adapter thing, it's like $100 because Microsoft doesn't like third parties selling them stuff. Although you can, but you have to look for it somewhere specifically. It's ridiculous. Both consoles are now down to $300 for an Elite and a PS3 Slim. So you can no longer say that the 360 is cheaper, because actually right now it's more expensive, because if you want to pay for online, it's like $50 extra a year. So it's $350 right there for the first year. PS3 $300. I'm guessing you'll get a headset, so about $330, $340, still cheaper. And then it's just the PS3 is cheaper, so you can't hide behind that excuse anymore, and it has a lot more. PS3 can also sync with any Bluetooth device, so you can go get your cell phone Bluetooth and just hook it up to your PS3 and use that if you don't want to go out and buy another headset. It's just as easy as that. The only con I can think of the PS3 is the newer consoles, or the newer SKUs of PS3 do not have backwards compatibility. Mine does. I have an 80 gigabyte FAT. It was like, I think, the first 80 gigabyte to come out. I don't know, but I have backwards compatibility on mine, and it's really good. I have a lot of PS2 games, and none of them I've had problems playing with. So, that's the only con, because on the newer ones, the newer SKUs, there are like no backwards compatibility whatsoever. 360 has backwards compatibility, but it's not 100%. So that pretty much covers some of what I'll be going over. So one more thing: stop comparing multi-platform graphics, because multi-platform games are pretty much the same game designed and formatted for the different console. There's nothing really in-depth put into that game and used the max capacity to, or used completely on, each system. Like Modern Warfare 2, it's the same thing on every system. Although, since the GPU, which is not the core, is a bit stronger, not very much, just a little bit stronger than the PS3's, it will generate a little more smoother but more of a cartoonish look. So multi-platform games, of course, 360 is going to have a little bit better graphics, but on the PS3 exclusives are way better when it comes to graphics. Uncharted 2 blows everything away, so those are just a few of the reasons that the PS3 is way better than the 360. It's superior completely. I'm not trying to be a fanboy, but it just is. It is. I have both, and I would know. It is. One more thing, PS3 is free online, so that's another good thing. But this video is at 8 minutes, so I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to make another part later, probably tomorrow, getting a little more in-depth about games and stuff like that. So this is Masterpo signing out. The Trey Brotherhood is really smart, and I'm glad to say that I'm with them according to the rules that El Presidor set, as long as you have one. That's what he said. So I guess I'm in it. And yeah, the PS3 is better. You can't deny it. You can't say anything to combat it. It's better. One more thing really quickly. The servers online. Not all 360 games use P2P servers, which is player-to-player or something like that, or peer-to-peer. And PS3 mainly uses dedicated servers, which are way better than P2P. Multi-platform games, I'm pretty sure all of multi-platform games use P2P, so start comparing the exclusives against each other, not the multi-platform games. That's another problem that I see going on a lot. So PS3 cannot be laggier if your connection is good, because with dedicated servers, it depends on your connection. As long as it's good, you have a good connection to the dedicated server. The P2P, not only do you have to have a good internet connection, but the peer you're connecting to has to have a good internet connection and sustain all the other ones connecting up to them. But yeah, Masterpo out.